For 10 o'clock news, this is Alan King.
Allan Beswick.
Good evening. How do? Beswick with you, of course, as always, until 2. One of the best records ever made, The Supremes and You Can't Hurry Love. It's called Premature Wearing a Jacket or something, if you're really love. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. But you probably gleaned that's the wrong one. What's happening here? Hurry up! We've got all day. That jive talking boogie box eye. They won't get on with any work. Here it comes. It doesn't seem to be working, does it? We're just not picking it up at all. I know what's happened. There, now you can have it. Just been messing with this desk. All the equipment's all tuned up wrong. How's a boy make to make a crust? Tell me that. Go on, tell me that. Struggling along here. It's Ross anyway, this is. Well, there it is, jive talking, doing its bit as well you might expect it to. Everything sounds a bit peculiar tonight on these headphones. It doesn't seem like I'm talking in the same place. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Does anybody care? Is anybody there? On Thursday I went to watch you play cricket, says Crofty, and thought you were goodish. Please say how do to Fry and Fummy. Strange name. Could be Plummy, I suppose, and Crofty and Herbs and Dunk, and then play anything by Bruce Willis. No.
Have you got a Red Rose Radio 7-Up car sticker in your car? If not, get one now, as we're giving away £5 a day, Monday to Friday, throughout July, August and September to owners of cars seen with one of these stickers. To get your car sticker, send a stamped addressed envelope to Red Rose Radio Promotions, P.O. Box 301 Preston, and tune into Red Rose Radio to see if your car's been spotted. This promotion is run in association with Red Rose Kitchens of Moorebrook Street, Preston.
They'll be shut now. Please say how do to Mick, Peg and Monfoss and Turt. You have to be careful how you say that. And Bozzy and Boa, who's very constricting, I'm told. And Pete and Andy and Neil. And would you do it on Thursday? Well, Thursday sounds like Tuesday. Rutland Street, Lee. They don't know the difference between Tuesday and Thursday in Lee. They're all puddled. Could you also play Happy Hour by the House Martins? No. The reason why my handwriting is untidy is because I've had my arm out of plaster. It'd be a sight more untidy if it's still in plaster, wouldn't it? I mean, that's hardly an excuse. Thanks, Paul. I'll put that with the others. If you want to win the top 10 singles, you simply have to take part in our write-in competition, which is a bit of a doddle. I simply want to know... Hang on. What do I want? Oh, which would-be king married Mrs. Simpson? If you know the answer to that, put it on a postcard, sealed down envelope, or in a letter, address it to me, Allan Beswick, Red Rose Radio, P.O. Box 301 Preston, PR1 1YE. And we want it here by first post Saturday. Did you think I sounded American just a little bit then? Miserable toads, I was doing my best. Expect from a boy. Well, all right, then a youth. No longer a boy, of course. Ha! I might be at that. Still trying to talk myself out of it, but I might be. I've got a letter here from somebody called Mel, who's getting a broken heart, it says. Poor soul. She lives at Samsbury Avenue in Bispham, which is enough to break anybody's heart. Say a massive how-do to everyone. Especially those at Blackpool Collegiate, especially even Kenny and Caroline, who've been going out with each other for over 2 weeks. My word, people said it would never last. 2 weeks. Crikey. Busy, busy, busy. Whatever's this? It sounds awfully quaint, doesn't it? It's called The Story of Love by Voice of America, which I always thought was a radio station. They do get round to doing something shortly, I'm sure. Yes, there we go. to your programme last night, a caller asked if you believed in reincarnation. You said you had an open mind. Well, I have. If there is no rebirth, what is the purpose of all knowledge and its institutions, such as libraries and laboratories, churches and temples? Why can we not spend our time as do animals or bushmen without all this modern civilization? Why do we want to bring peace to the world and remove suffering through our effort, willpower, sympathy and service? If there is no rebirth on Earth after leaving the physical body, then why not annihilate the whole human race and its civilization with the bombs? If there's no rebirth, man would not lose anything if the world were annihilated by a global war. Of course he would. He'd lose the lot. Who is this person? Oh, I see. You've not signed it. Not even got the bottle to tell us about it. Incidentally, there's 2 L's in Allan. You see, if there is all this rebirth crap, then of course, doesn't matter what we do. We can die tomorrow, because we'll come back on Tuesday. But for me, this is it. This is the one and only life I'm going to have. This is not a rehearsal. It's the real thing. And who wants to come back as a frog anyway? I don't even like garlic. By Jove, it's 10:28.
Win £50, £20, £15 each week at the Newmarket and M2 Market, Waterloo Road, Blackpool.
Actually, I do like garlic. I just said that for a joke. I know it wasn't funny. It doesn't matter whether it's funny or not. I've just got to fill the time, haven't I? Give me a hard time. Doing It's Your Turn on a bus on Sunday. Phillips Bus. They've got some pretentious name for it. It's still the Phillips Bus, and we'll be at the Pleasure Beach, the fair in Blackpool. So we're on the bus in the fair. What's it called, that Phillips thing, Rod? Is it? Oh, yeah. He's having his supper. I get no sense out of him. Phillips Bus. Phillips. No, it's not Roadshow, no. Phillips Music, Mobile Music. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I think I've got it written down somewhere. Hang on. Where have I put it? It was over here. It was here a minute ago. Oh, hey, listen to this while I find it. Where's it gone?
Wish me love, wishing well, to kiss and tell, oh, wishing well.
Oh, there it is. We got it. Yeah, this is it. Doesn't sound like a bus, does it?
The Philips Moving Sound and Red Rose Radio.
That's it, the Philips Moving Sound. But it's on a bus.
Wish me love, wishing well, to
It's a double-decker, though.
oh, wishing well.
You've got to face it, haven't you? That is one bucket of nonsense. Whilst listening to your late-night phone-in some months back, a young lad phoned and asked how he could become a member of the campaign for nuclear disarmament, to which you replied that if he sent in a stamped addressed envelope, you would be able to send him some... whatever that says. Details, I think. But it could be Cletybe. But it's probably details. I have done this myself and would be extremely grateful if you could help me also. Or abo. The L's and the S's are a bit close together. I listen to your show as often as I can. Which is not as often as before, as my radio decided to pack up on me. Whilst... it's under the staple, that. Whilst... you were in the middle of a conversation. I am in Wrexham, North Wales at the moment, and I was really pleased when I was able to get tuned in to Red Rose. All this comes from Alexandra Fellows, who's not a fellow at all. Fellows, not. Why do you bother tuning in if you don't like it? I mean, it's just not right. She lives at Northumberland House, Moor Lane, Preston, normally. And who can blame her?
And I'm ready to unwind.
What does red ink mean? Does anybody know? You know when you get ink all different colours. What does red ink mean, Rodney? Green's jealousy. You'll know about that with my talent. I owe money. I'm not reading it then. I'll do with all other bills. Don't write to me in red again. Rod says it means if you've written to me in red and your dedication's not been read out, then it's because it's in the bin, which is also red as it happens. But if I'd have missed it, it'd have landed on the carpet, but it wouldn't have mattered because that is red. I listen to your show every night. This is in pencil. It's from Emily Dyer of the All, Coppice, Edgerton, Bolton. So please say a special how-do to Catherine Milburn and Susan Earnshaw of Walmsley School, and to my brother Ben, who wrote in before. There is 20 pence in here for a Mars bar. She's only 10 and she's sending me money. The girl will go far. She'll never be rich, but she'll go far. Sue Greenhalgh of Bloomfield Road, Blackpool, says, how do and all that? I'm writing. I can't be doing with it. I don't know how often I've got to express this distaste that I feel in me water. When people write to me and say I am writing, I know you're piggy well writing, otherwise I wouldn't be reading, would I? I mean, think about it, for crying out loud. However, notwithstanding that, she says, will you tell me how I can get my hands on Les Barker's album? Because I think the one about the penguins is brill. My mum thinks I'm making it up. I wish I had. It might get me a few bob. Oh, I don't understand that. Never mind. What else does she... It's Sue, this is. Sue Greenhalgh, Bloomfield Road. And she's put on a lot of kisses, but not counted them. Well, you don't think I'm going to count them, did I? I only count them when you're doing them on my knees. 5 nights a week, I think it's great. Oh, yeah. I better read the first bit of that. Oh, thanks for the programme, 5 nights a week, I think it's great. Especially at the beginning when you play Les Barker. Guess what? I'm playing him shortly. In fact, I might play him longly.
Lucas Leaders, you're number one. The box all open, we're second to none. Lucas Leaders, just give us a phone on Blackburn 5191.
Whether it's a new Vauxhall, a Bedford van or a quality used car, you'll be glad you chose Lucas Levers. There's not a lot we don't know about Vauxhall Opel, so put your trust in Lucas J&S Lever of Blackburn. Call 51191.
Lucas Levers, we're your number one.
Ring him if you dare.
Allan Beswick, the late night show.
And the lines are open now. If you wish to join us, the telephone number is Preston 561,000. Preston 561,000. Our Rod's taking your calls. He'll need your number to ring you back. Oh, this starts a bit delicate, doesn't it? I wonder what it is. Oh, aye, Jeff Beck. I heard silver lining on you, Tonto.
Baby, that's where
Have a lot of fun with a feather and an horse.
going down a bumpy hillside. But I will make a fuss.
Would you reckon to that Jeff Beck fella? Do you reckon he's alright? Hang on a minute, I'm talking. Do you reckon he's okay? If you want to send a dedication in, then please yourself. Don't write it in red ink, I'm having nothing to do with them. Put a couple of bob in, it might help. The boy's got to eat. This is on the Warm Hook record label. It's Nick Fielding and Run Away. Do you know, I think I might. That's the pop music version of A Monkey Gland, Sling Your Hook.
There goes another one in the 300 car challenge at Mr. Smith, the Nissan Man, and another £20 to the National Children's Home.